Hello, good evening. I am very, very, very excited about this launch. We have the June Tailor new UK exclusive kit here on the craft store. Yes, UK exclusive. Please let me introduce you to Sara. Hi, Sara.
Hello.
This is exciting.
It is, very exciting.
When did this get even in the country?
I think it was Thursday last week. It actually arrived in the country. Well, it was Wednesday it arrived in the country. Yep. Thursday it got to me. So,
amazing.
Yeah.
And now you're here on the craft store with this. Now this is your June Tailor lunchbox Quilt As You Go kit, and it's really, really cool. So in this, you have got obviously your wadding, your insulated, yeah. and it's got the pattern on for you to quilt as you go. Yeah, it's a pre-printed insulated wadding, so it's going to keep things hot if they're hot and cold if they're cold. Yes. And you've got lots in there. You've got, along with June Tailor, you know, they do brilliant patterns. Amazing. You've got the pre-printed wadding in there. Yes. You've got a choice of coloured zip. That's it. You've got a little plastic base which holds the box actually, you know, open in flat. Amazing. And what else have you got in there? Oh, and your strapping as well. You've got your strapping to make your straps. Wait, there's more even, because you've also popped in our sew line glue pen as well. Yeah. So yeah, that's a little extra. Thank you. Which we've added in because they're really useful for making this, not just for June Tailor, but really useful for all sorts of sewing projects. So amazing. And around us we can see an array of what you can make, basically. So you don't get the fabric, but you've just brought us some lovely ideas of what you can do. But this is the size, this is the shape. Yeah. Yes. Absolutely. I mean, it's a really good size. You know, it'd be great for obviously if you're going back to work now, back into the office, take your lunch and all in there. Yeah. You know, you easily get a couple of Tupperware dishes or your coffee mug and all in there. Yeah. But I think they'd be brilliant for kids as well. Obviously, back to school lunches, packed lunches, or for babies as well. If you've got to keep baby bottles cold and you're out and about and stuff, if you've made their milk up and stuff, you know, lots and lots of uses. Amazing. So obviously you'll get your pattern. As you've just said, you get the insulated Quilt As You Go wadding. Yep. And you've got the base, so you get a nice sturdy bottom. You do. We don't like a sturdy bottom. You've got to have that. And you've got the strap there, right? But this is what you're choosing. This is where the choice comes in. So you've got the black colour option of the zip, the camel, you've got the white, the grey, you've got the red, and then you've got the navy. So those, when you look on the drop-down box on the Tinterweb, on the craftstore.com, it'll give you those options, but everything else is the same that you'll get in here. Yeah, and it's the June Tailor Zippity Doo Done zip as well, which is, I mean, it's just such a quick and easy way of putting in zips. Don't be scared of zips with this, because it's one line of sewing and the zip's in. It's brilliant. And can I thank you for saying the Zippity Doo Done zip, because I was really nervous about that, saying that, but that's really cool. So it's just a really easy way of popping the zip in. It is, yeah. It's a really, you know, it's a sort of a new project. It's been around about 18 months ago they launched them, and it's a zip that's already pre-sewn into your bias binding, so you can add all your fabrics in very easy. You haven't got to worry about which way round your fabrics are. I mean, yeah, it's a fantastic product. We sell lots and lots of them, and we've had them on the craft store previously. Yes. But this is a new into this product. Yes, so. A UK exclusive. We get it first here on the craft store. So do check out your baskets on this. Okay, navy currently, because this is absolutely flying out the door. Navy is in the lead, everybody. We'll keep our eye on which ones, because I'm always so interested in which ones go like the fastest and everything. Yeah, definitely. But it's a lovely size bag. You'll get that lovely sturdy bottom because you get. How would you describe this? It's like it's vinyl. It's a piece of vinyl, but it's a really stiff vinyl. Yes. It's not like the vinyl that's coming up in the next item. Okay. it's a plastic bottom designed to hold that bottom nice and square. Yes. So when you put your lunchbox or your Tupperware dishes in it, it's not going to fall around and get squished. So excellent. Now we've got loads of others to see, other projects and beautiful fabrics. So that is your official one-day special. Again, I'm going to say exclusive here in the UK, and we get it first. So thank you very much, Sara. That's all right. Okay, £28.98, and you've got a £7 saving for your one-day special, 883067. Next then, we've got a nice project bag kit. Again, these are new today for us.
Yep, so this whole one-day special, the next 5 shows we've got, there's actually 5 UK launches.
Wow.
So yeah, there's 5 brand new June Tailor projects, and this is another one of them.
Amazing. So you get the 2 different sizes.
You do, yeah.
Okay, and one moment. Here we go. So you can see you'll get the vinyl in here.
Yep, you get 2 pieces of vinyl.
Yep.
You get 2 pieces of printed stabiliser. So it's not wadding, which it's a new product that June Tailor have just brought out,
right,
which is a printed stabiliser rather than wadding. You get 2 zips.
Yep.
In there as well, and obviously all your instructions too. But you can make an 18-inch or a 16-inch project wallet, and they're sort of designed to go together, but the block designs, the quilt design bits, are slightly different on each one.
Nice.
So you can play around with your fabrics.
Let me show you the other side. And speaking of fabrics, do hold fire even if you've got some, because the next item we're going to see is going to be very handy to go with these projects. So you've got your 2 different sizes, really sweet designs, aren't they? Really cute. So there you go. And let's run through. Same choices of the colours in terms of the zippity-doo done zip.
Excellent,
yes,
well done.
I'm going to nail this. I'm going to nail this. So we've got the black, we've got the white colour option, we've got the navy, we've got the grey. Hang on, I have to come over here. We've also got the camel, and we've got the red. And then what else do we get in here? The vinyl.
You've got 2 pieces of vinyl, and then you've got your printed stabiliser and your pattern in there.
Lovely. So printed stabiliser and the pattern. Again, you've got another £7 saving. It's £22.99. Item number is 912464. Hey, the navy again.
Everyone's loving the navy.
They are. There we go. So the 2 different sizes zips there you'll get as well. Now, £22.99, £7 saving. Item number is 912464. Fabric that you might want to use for your 2 project bags. And you were saying you've popped enough fabric in to make the 2 project bags.
Yes, so we've put some little fabric bundles together. You've got a mode one there that you've got your hand on, which is the red one. Yep. We've got a really beautiful Riley Blake, which is the purple, and then a brand new Macawa Beth Steadley one, which is the brights. And you've got 80 centimetres of one fabric in there, which is enough to do the lining of the bag and your binding.
Yep.
And then you've got 30 centimetres of the other 4 fabrics, which is more than enough. In fact, you've got quite a bit left over, more than enough to do the front of the bags.
Excellent. So there we go. So this one is the bright option.
That's the bright option, yeah.
It looks really cool. Look at that.
And the bags look so different depending on which fabric you use with them as well.
They do.
You know, so that's also part of the brights option. So that's the smallest 16-inch one.
Nice.
It's really good if you've got a bright, a big fabric that you want to sort of showcase in the centre.
Absolutely. And then this is the purple.
Part of the purple version, yeah.
Oh, it's really, really cool. Look at that. So £16.99 is the price. Item number is 637310. Lots of you going for those as well. Makes sense if it's going to work for the project bag.
Absolutely, yeah. You've got more than enough there to do both bags. So
good stuff. Okay, and then moving along, we've got some charm packs here. Okay, these are already busy as well. So you'll get your pattern. So this is the Diamond Delight pattern for the quilt. And then what you do is choose which colour options of fabrics that you want. So we have our Regency Somerset Blues.
Yeah, so that's an early release, that one.
Yes.
It's not actually due out until January, but we managed to get just a little amount of stock for you early on, early. Moda released it early for us. So the Regency Somerset is also an exclusive as well, early release for you guys.
That's amazing. So if you want to be first, get ahead to get these fabrics. They are beautiful. Look at those. In fact, because you've got the navies in here, and most people are going for the navies, and whatever. If you're going to use
those. Work really well.
Yeah, they'll work really well. Then you've got your Toki.
Toki, yeah.
Yes,
I think that's how you pronounce it anyway. I think it's Toki.
You've got your Toki. I'm just going to pick this up, actually. Let's just have a little flick through these. Mind you, I'm saying they'll go with the zips, but obviously the zips are for the Quilt As You Go, but beautiful for this pattern as well.
Yeah.
Oh, really nice.
It's got that really sort of like almost tie-dyed Japanese feel to it.
Just thinking that. And that's a nice mottled look. Beautiful. Okay, so that's your Toki. Then the other option, I have to turn this around. Oh, I like this Whispers Metallic.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to like this one because everybody knows at home that I am a magpie when it comes to these, Sarah.
So it's sort of a monochrome feel to it. So it's whites and, you know, blacks and all in there. But you've got the most beautiful gold sort of designs printed onto it. Yeah. So it's really highly metallic. But there's nothing stopping you using those with like the insulated tote bag. Mm-hmm. You know, they don't have to all be done in just one fabric. You could make a piece of fabric out of the charm pack and then use them with the one day special.
Amazing. So that one is your Whispers in metallic. And then the next one is your Fanciful Forest. Oh, this one is quite tropical.
It is, yeah. It's almost got, I don't know, like a Sergeant Pepper type feel to it to me. You know, that kind of dreamland, slightly 60s vibe to it.
Yeah, that's retro, that one. I like that.
But I love the brightness of the colour in this one. It's really, really like a rainbow explosion.
Nice. There we go. Look at that. Oh, let's turn this around because we've got, looks like trees to me. That's so cute, isn't it?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Oh, look at that one. Okay, there we go. So each of those options with your quilt pattern is $15.99. Item number is 642994. Okay, so then we've got more charm packs then with a different pattern. So this is your Tumbling Leaves quilt pattern. By the way, are these easy to do, Sarah?
Yeah, absolutely. Both of those patterns are very, very simple to do. They're easily for a beginner or maybe an adventurous beginner, you know, but a beginner could handle them.
That's good. Yeah. And your two choices of charm packs, you've got the little duckling, which we were saying would be so nice for little ones.
It really would, yeah. For a little baby quilt would just be, I mean, it's just adorable, it really is. Oh. It's got the most beautiful, like, sort of drawn, sketched mummy and baby duck on there.
Absolutely.
It's delicious, absolutely delicious.
Oh, and very nice, calm colours, I would say.
And you're very gender neutral as well, because it's sort of greys and lemons, so it could be for boy or girl, you know. It's so
nice.
Pretty, so pretty.
Beautiful. So that's the little duckling. And then you've got the Felicity Boutiques. Now, I adore boutiques as well.
Yeah, and we rarely get a pre-cut in a boutique. Yeah. Managed to get some for the one day special last week, and I managed to snag these for this one. So, cool. But this is it is a Christmas one. Yeah. But the colours in it, I don't think necessarily have to be Christmas. We've got a little sample behind that the lovely Anne made for us in the Tumbling Leaves using that charm pack, and it's stunning. It's really, really lovely.
Get my hands out the way. Beautiful. Oh, let's not make a mess of the pack shop. There we go. So that one is your Felicity Boutique. I'll sort that out in a minute. Now, there is a sample. Have I got the right one here?
Yeah, that's that one there.
That is beautiful. I'll get out the way. Yeah. There, we're having a lovely look at that. Yeah, you can really see all those different fabrics and patterns. The colours are stunning, aren't they?
They really are. And the nice thing about boutiques as well, they don't really have a wrong and a right side, so they're really easy to use. You can't really go wrong with them.
Yeah, love that. Okay, so that is $15.99 for any of those. And your item number is 424195. And then last but not least, we've got the patterns to make thread catchers, and then you've got your choice of different fabrics. So we've got a beautiful turquoise set of fabrics, or you can go for the pink option. And did you say you'd also put in some calico?
Yeah, so there's calico in there as well, so you can make the whole thing. All you need to do is add some sand or some rice. The calico is for the sand bag, but you could use rice if you haven't got play sand. And you've got the strapping in there as well, which holds the bag, the thread catcher bag open.
That's this one, that's piece.
But they're both Liberty fabrics as well, so be really nice for a little Christmas present or something if you've got a sew-in friend.
Look at that. And so in there, that's where what did you call it? Not the binding, you called it the...
strapping. The strapping, yeah.
Yeah, I'm still learning with my soft craft, Sarah, still learning. That's beautiful, absolutely stunning. Right, so for either option, $13.99. Item number is 544353. Now, there's so much on the website, or you're going to be spoiled for choice here. We're going to probably also change the counter during the next hour when we're back on at 8 o'clock. But again, I'm going to reiterate what you have got here for the one-day special is a UK exclusive, and we've got it first here on the craft store of the fantastic, I'm going to get this right, June Tailor insulated lunchbox Quilt As You Go with zippity-doo-dun zip. Thank you. And as your little extra gift from Sarah and the team, you are also getting the Soline glue pen. Fantastic. We're so chuffed to have it here on the craft store. So again, shall I reiterate the different colour options here? So you have got the navy zippity-doo-dun. There you go. I know what it is. Normally it's zippity-doo-dah, isn't it? And that's really throwing me. But so you've got your navy colour option. Is this one still in the lead? It is. You've got your red colour option. You've got your grey. You've got the white. You've got the camel. And you have got the black. Plus you've got the strap. You've got your thick vinyl, really, that's for the bottom, for the base, to keep it all together. And then, of course, your Quilt As You Go panel. Okie dokie. Right, so I think we're set to go, if that's all right, Sarah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good
no
stuff.
problem.
We started then with the one-day special.
Yeah, I thought I'd take you through how quick and easy these are to make.
Yeah.
I genuinely made one in an hour and a half the other night because I was lots of quick sewing, and I was just like, oh, I'm going to be here for ages. Came together really, really quickly. So, like we were saying, in the pack you get your printed wadding. You've got a really, really comprehensive pattern. It's lovely. You've got lots and lots of instruction on there, and it takes you through step by step. You know, you've got a full comprehensive pattern there. Okay. You've obviously got your zip and your vinyl as well. I'm going to move those out of the way. First thing you're going to do is you're going to cut out your wadding. And you want to cut it out about 1 inch to ½ an inch. It doesn't really matter how much. You just want a little bit all the way round.
Okay.
You can see on there as well, you've got lots and lots of actual directions on there too. So it says here, sew on dashed line, cut on solid line. It says here, top zipper edge. So if you've got a directional fabric, which I am going to be using a directional fabric in the sample, you want to make sure that they're actually telling you that is the top there, which, you know, it's very, very simple to do this. Really, really good. So I've chosen 2 fabrics. You're going to need just under ½ a metre of 2 fabrics to do the whole thing.
Okay.
I've got these 2 lovely autumnal ones here. So because this is directional, I want to make sure that...
Oh, lovely fabric.
It's pretty, isn't it? It's our lovely Linda, who works in the shop with us, chose this one. She wants this as her lunchbox for when she comes into work.
Okay, that's fair enough.
So I said, I'll do the sample in this one.
Yeah.
So this is the top, because that's directional fabric. So I've got that lead right side up. And I'm going to put my lining fabric right side down, okay? Like that. Again, if it's directional, just make sure that it's along the top edge, okay?
Yeah.
We're then going to pop our piece of wadding on top like that, okay? This is where your little glue pen comes in.
Right.
You could use a spray-based if you want, but these glue pens are fantastic. They're just a temporary hold. You don't need much, and you're just going to put a little squidge like that and stick that one down. Okay. All we're doing is just holding this in just temporarily, just for a few minutes.
Okay.
I am going to pop a couple of pins in as well, but I find that that little bit of glue just helped hold it all nice and flat when I was sewing. So we're going to pop a couple of pins in. Again, you don't need many, but you just want to keep these 2 fabrics together.
Okay.
So like that and like that in the corners.
So with it being insulated, does that mean it could also keep things hot and cold?
Yes, absolutely.
Excellent.
Yeah, if you put something in cold in there, then it's going to stay cold. If you put hot in there, it's going to stay hot.
Lovely.
So I'm just going to chop off this excess fabric like
which we've got to keep for something else.
Oh, always. That's going to go into my scrap bucket for something. So you could, if you wanted to, if you didn't want to do them in just plain fabrics, there's nothing stopping you piecing that piece of fabric first, whether you do like a mile a minute scrappy thing, or you could put charm squares together so you've got like a checkerboard design. You know, we're just going to do the sample like this, but you could use any bits of fabric you've got lying around.
Lovely.
A little bit of sewing now. So I'm going to sew down on the dotted line, okay, and we're going to go all the way around. We're not going to sew this top edge where the zipper is, okay?
Right.
You can see there's no dotted line there, so we're going to leave that.
Right.
So over to the machine. Now, because it's an insulated wadding, I would put my stitch length up just a little bit. I go up to a 3 on this. Make sure you back stitch to start, just a couple of little back stitches or lock stitch, and you're just going to stitch down on those dotted lines.
Cool.
Okay. Now, one little thing I found when I was sewing up a couple of the samples is that when you get to one of these little internal corners, rather than stopping directly on the corner and pivoting round, if you take one little stitch at a 45-degree angle, like that, it just gives, when we turn it through in a moment, it just gives you a little bit of sort of breathing space for the fabric. It just gave a slightly neater finish. So just a little tip there for you. It didn't matter too much on the external corners, but on these internal ones, if you just take one or two little stitches across the corner rather than pivoting, works a treat. So we're going to whip all the way around nice and quickly.
Is it quite, what am I trying to say, a close stitch that you're doing?
No, I've actually gone up to a 3.
Okay.
3. Normally I would piece or sew on a 2 to 2.5, but because you're going through basically a wadding that's got metal in it, you've got like a metallic fibre through your insulated wadding. I find it goes through easier and stitch better if you just go up just a little bit. You don't need to go up massively, but sort of a 3 is fine. Okay, so just getting it. Oh, hang on, I've got something caught just under there. There we go. Eye that nice and flat. And I'm just following those dotted lines. So you could absolutely do these with, you know, kids and stuff if you're teaching child or grandchild or something to sew. You know, because they're just following a line that's already pre-printed. It's you know, it's a nice easy project for them to have a little go at, you know, with a little bit of supervision. You haven't got to worry about 1/4 inch or anything like that. It's all just stitch down the lines. There we go. Okay, so
easy peasy.
It really is. There we go, and just couple little stitches across the corner on that one, and that one, and we're nearly there. It might sound a little bit odd when you're stitching it because of the metal in the wadding, because it's like a metallic fibre. It almost like pops. Sounds slightly odd rather than like normal wadding.
I don't know. You'd probably get used to it and feel it's a very satisfying sound.
It is actually. It's a bit like poppy paper.
I love that stuff.
You get that tick 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 sort of sound. It's really cool. There we go, and right over to the top like that, and again just back stitch. So I've left that top edge open.
Cool.
Okay, and what we're going to do then is we're going to whip those pins out like that. Okay, and then you're going to cut this out on that solid line that's on there.
Got you.
So we're going to go all the way around and just cut this out. Okay. You can clip your corners as well as you're going, so just take that off. Be careful not to clip your stitches.
Indeed, that would be something I would do.
Oh, I did it on one of those and I had to restitch it because I wasn't concentrating.
Bless you. Just while you're cutting then, Sarah, something that is doing very well that you have found already on the website is the seam wand. A magic seam wand, no less. We are already 60% of the stock gone. Wow. Here it is. I'm sure you'll show us how to use this in a bit.
I was just going to use it in a moment, actually.
Amazing timing. So it is flying out the door. Only $14.99. Item number is 041922.
I gave everybody a little sneaky peek of that on the one-day special I did last week, and I did tell them that it would be on this one. So, but it is a fantastic little tool. It really is. It's made out of solid hardwood, and it's just one of those things that I've found since I've been playing with it only for a couple of weeks, but I'm using it all the time. It's really, really cool. You can actually heat it if you need to like really press a seam, which I'll show you in a second. You can actually hold it because it's solid hardwood. You can hold it against the iron to get a bit of heat into it. And you get an even crisper seam than just doing it by hand.
Sounds good. Okay, yeah, you're going to have to be quick at home because 70% of it's gone. Wow, still details are on the screen for you.
There we go, nearly there.
That's all right.
And then I'm actually going to do the top with a rotary cutter,
Right.
just so I've got a really nice straight edge on that top, because this is where the zip's going to go in a moment.
And the bit that you haven't sewn yet.
Yeah, that's the bit that I didn't sew, and just rotary cut it to get a really nice, a little bit neater than my hacking out with scissors. So get rid of all that bit there. Once we've got to that point, we're going to turn it through. So you want to make sure you're turning through between the fabrics, not here. Open up those two fabrics. And oh, actually, just quickly clip that corner because I didn't do that one there and there, like that.
Yep.
And through we go. And that's one half of the bag. Oh, see, there was me saying, make sure you go through the right bit. There we go.
All good. Oh gosh, do you know what? This seam one,
It's gone already.
It's now limited stock,
Wow.
so it won't be long before it goes.
Okay, so I'm just going to fight my way through with this. Push out all those pieces.
Yep.
Like that. Get your finger in there. All the way round.
The Wonder's technically sold out.
Oh!
Okay, so we knew it would go really, really quickly. Thank you for purchasing. But still use it anyway for people to see.
Yeah. There we go. You have to see if I can get some more, aren't I? There we go. So with the seam wand, I mean, it's one of the things I love about this. You can, and I was using it, like I was saying the other day, for quilting. It's really good for giving that finger press. You get a really nice, clean thing. But if you want a bit of extra oomph, you can actually hold it against the iron and get some heat into it, and then and then do it.
Yeah.
And what that does is just gives that little bit extra, particularly when you're using wadding.
Wasn't that good?
Yeah, it's fab. It's such good, and it's really like sort of ergonomically designed as well, so it feels nice in your hand. You know, it's just a fab little tool. They've actually brought it out for their June Tailor's 60th anniversary.
Oh, I
they've been
didn't
going
know
60
that.
years, so yeah,
Oh, wow.
it's a new product for that. So there we go. So I'm going to heat that up again, so I can get that right in there and get that nice and flat. And you're going to do exactly the same with the other piece, because you get two pieces, okay?
Oh, well prepped.
Absolutely, there's my Blue Peter moment.
Yeah.
There we go. So you're going to have two that look exactly the same.
Yeah.
Don't look much like a bag at the moment, okay? Do you want me to go on to the strap bit?
If
Should we
that's
keep
all right.
going? Yeah. Okay, so you're also going to pop these aside for now, and we're going to make one of the straps so I can show you how to add this on, okay? You're going to cut a 4-inch piece of fabric. You're going to fold the end over about an inch. You're going to fold it in half.
Yep.
And then open it and iron it really, really well. Or again, use that magic wand to crease nicely. And then you're going to fold in and in like that.
Right.
So you've got a bias binding basically with your raw edges all tucked in. You're going to use one of this should be 36 inches long, okay? You're going to use one of the pieces of webbing, and we're going to add
Webbing. I've got to remember all the
webbing
technical
or
terms.
strapping.
Oh,
Sometimes,
strapping,
yeah,
sorry.
it has many different names. I think in
Okay.
America they tend to call it strapping. We tend to call it webbing.
I will
cotton
make sure this is in my head.
So we're going to add this into the centre of one of the sides. So we're going to open it out. You don't want to put it right up on the end because this bit's going to go into the seam.
Okay.
So you want to keep it, sort of tuck it up to where you folded it over. And we're going to put this, sort of sandwich this in all the way down, like that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's going to go back over like that. I'm just going to grab some clips, actually. I like binding clips for this. It works really, really well. It's a bit easier than trying to get pins through that webbing or strapping. There we go. And just sandwich that in.
Nice.
Make sure you don't twist it all the way down.
Yeah.
Like that. And grab another clip.
So you get a decent sized piece of the webbing, don't you?
Yeah, you've got two 36-inch pieces in there,
Right.
so 72 inches of it.
Okay.
Oh, that was quick maths.
That was good.
Was quick maths for me, definitely. There we go, all the way down like that. Let's get that in there. And you can see that now just meets just on the end there. And then, oh, come on, there we go.
You're like me, I talk to my craft.
I know, I do. My husband thinks I'm going loopy half the time because I'm like, will you just behave? And he's like, why? What's the dog done? What have the kids done? It's not, it's just the fabric's misbehaving for some reason. There we go. Okay, and what I'm going to do now is you're going to stitch down, top stitch. You do it down both sides, about a 1/16 of an inch away, sort of just, not right on the edge, but near the edge.
Okay.
Okay, so we're just going to very quickly whip down. Now you would do both sides, but I'll just do one side for now
Sure.
so I can show you how to attach it.
How close to the edge are you going?
It's about, I would say about a smidgen.
A smidge. All right, no, that's all right. I'll go with smidge.
Yeah, about a 1/16 of an inch.
Okay.
So you don't want it right on the very, very edge, but you want it pretty close.
Nice.
Okay, so just a really nice top stitch all the way down.
While you're whizzing that
Yeah.
on the machine, I can confirm that the red zippity-doo-dun zip is zipping into the lead.
Oh.
They're testing me. That's what they're doing. They're testing me. There you go. And this, of course, is for the one-day special. You've got those colour options of the zips, and you'll get your webbing, basically your vinyl bottom, and your insulated quilt as you go. Plus, of course, the pattern. And you get, as a little extra, you get your sew-line glue gun there.
Lovely.
Okay.
While I'm just doing the other side, if you
Yep.
open up the peach bag,
This one?
yeah,
Okay.
you'll see actually that, so the peach one and the one in front of it, Jill Rep, who is like the managing director of June Tailor, she sent
Yeah.
those over from America for us.
Ah.
They've actually covered their vinyl so that,
Oh, this looks good.
yeah,
Hang
so
on,
rather than
hang on.
having a plain
I'm gonna
base
pull it
in
out.
there,
Yes.
they've actually covered it, so you could do that if you wanted to. It does give it a nice finishing touch.
I would absolutely do that because it's those professional finishing touches, isn't it?
It really is, yeah. So nearly there, just whizzing down this other
all right.
side.
Are we allowed to make our bags to sell?
Yes, I believe you can with June
That's
Tailor.
cool.
Yeah, yeah,
So
absolutely.
all you need to do at home is add your own fabrics for the actual bag.
There we go. Right, very quickly, whiz down. So hopefully you can see now. So I'm a smidge away from my stitch in there.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to grab this one, and we're going to add. So you'd make two of these, obviously, one for either side of the bag, because this is one side, that's the other.
Okay.
You want to measure in about 6 inches, okay, from this bottom edge here. So grab my little ruler and measure in 6 inches. And then line this up. So you've got that little piece at the bottom which hasn't got any strapping in, okay? That goes right at the bottom there, like that. And we're going to grab some pins now because we need to keep this in place while we're stitching.
Okay.
Pin that one in, like that. And then we're going to measure down 6 inches from up here, but also 3.5 inches down. So I'm just going to go
Is
6
this all
inches.
in the instructions?
It is indeed. All
Good.
these measurements are in the instructions, and there's lots of pictures as well.
Oh,
so I'm going to go 6 inches in, and then 3.5 inches down, which is just there. Okay, so I'm going to add another pin in there. Where's Dave gone? There he is. Okay.
Did you say Dave?
Dave the dash hound.
Oh,
Where's
love
Dave
that.
gone?
I was like, who's Dave?
Who's my dash hound that
cute.
Sarah Jane made me. Yeah, he's named Dave. Okay, make sure this isn't twisted. We're going to bring it all the way around like that. Bring it down to the bottom.
Right.
We're going to measure in 6 inches from this side.
Okay.
So like that, and sit that strap in. So that's the 6 inch mark there. So I'm sitting it in on the inside of that line.
Right.
Okay, pin that one in. And exactly the same up here. Okay, so we're going to lie that out nice and flat.
Okay.
6 inches in, make sure that's nice and straight. And then again, that 3.5 down, like that. So just there. So I've measured the 3.5 inches down because what we want to do is we obviously want to leave these bits of the strap free, okay, so you can actually use them as handles. So we're going to stitch again. So on top of your top stitching, you're going to try and follow that line all the way up. We're going to go across here. We're going to make a little cross to really strengthen that strap. You know, it's a little strength point.
Okay.
And then back down.
Right.
Okay, and you do that both sides. Okay, so I'm going to back over to the sewing machine.
Lovely.
And off we go again.
Do you want to do one side and then while I recap,
Yeah,
we'll
absolutely.
come back to you?
Yeah, definitely. That sounds like a plan. There we go.
Okie dokie. So, the one-day special. If you are just joining us, this is a UK exclusive. Yep, the whole of the UK. You are getting this first, which is amazing. Okay, so it is, get myself together, your June Tailor insulated lunchbox quilt as you go with zippity-doo-dun zip. Thank you.
Bravo.
I'll be a natural by tomorrow, although I'm not in tomorrow. Anyway, so obviously you've got the pattern for the lunchbox. You've got your insulated quilt as you go wadding. You've got your vinyl bottom, which I think brilliant, cover that. You've got your webbing, The 2 pieces there, it's 2 pieces, right?
You get 2 pieces of webbing, yep.
Excellent. And then where you choose is when it comes to your zippity-doo done zips. So you've got your black, you've got your camel, the white, the grey, the red, and the navy. Navy's back in the lead, everybody. I feel it's like a horse race. But if you just look at the sizes, it's just such a lovely bag. Obviously, you're going to provide your own fabrics, but I think it's a lovely size, as Sarah was saying, for little Tupperwares or yeah, you'll definitely be able to fit those in. Maybe you fit a little drink in, could be for the kids, could be to go to work. It's just lovely. Or it doesn't have to be for lunch.
No, not at all. I mean, they'd be brilliant craft bags, you know, if
Yes.
you go, when we can start going back to workshops and classes and stuff,
Nice.
you know, you could get, you know, all like your tools and all in there. You'd actually, your little iron. You know, because it's insulated, you could put your little iron in there with your rotary cutter and your scissors and all, and it would just, you know, if the iron's a little bit warm still, you know, so we always turn it off too late.
Yeah, that's so true.
It would, because it's insulated, it's going to protect it and everything, so you could use it for that as well.
Brilliant. All right, so it's £28.98 for that kit. You've got a £7 saving. Item number is 883067. Shall we just look at what you've done before I go off, and then we can carry
absolutely,
on
and then
there?
I can finish the other one. I can show you how to put the zip on then.
Okay.
So all I've done is literally stitched all the way up there. I've done a little cross of stitch in there, so I've gone across like that, and then back down that side. And what that does is really strengthen that handle. Okay. So I'll do the other side before we do the zip then.
Amazing, if that's all right.
Yeah,
that
go for it.
sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've also got our project bag kit, 2 actually. You're making 2 different sizes. From memory, 18-inch and 16.
Yep.
I'm getting there. It's the same concept where you've got the different colour zippity-doo-done zips to choose from, but you're getting the 2 pieces of your vinyl, and then it's stabiliser, isn't it?
It is. It's a pre-printed stabiliser, that one.
Excellent, lovely stuff. And then obviously your pattern, and you're picking from the black. Remember, because you're making 2 project bags, you've got the 2 zips either in the black, the white, the navy, still most popular, the grey coming round here, the camel, and the red. And again, let me show you the 2 different sizes so we can see. There you go, there's the nice white clean vinyl, there's your zip, and then you're going to choose whichever fabric that you want. That's really fun. Oh yeah, and that's the design that you make from the pattern. And we've got this one here for the different size. You can get so much in here. There you go. And I think, oh, go for it, Sarah.
For your paper crafting as well, to keep like your 12 by 12 papers and all in there and stuff. You'd be able to see what they were, but you know, but they'd keep them protected and stuff as well.
That's right.
Yeah.
I love that. Hang on, is this also? Yes.
Yeah.
Look at this fabric you've chosen. Wow.
So yeah, Jill sent those ones over from America as well.
Oh.
It's beautiful. That's the Dragonfly Dance range. It's stunning.
Wow,
really lovely.
isn't it? Beautiful. Okay, £22.99, another £7 saving there. Item number is 912464. Next then, we've got fabric bundles. Now, what Sarah's done is these fabric bundles are enough to make these 2 project bags that we've seen. The red is currently the most popular. Half the stock has gone here. Then we've also got the purple, and we have got the bright. And just in case you want to see what the project bag would look like in these colours, this is your purple colour option, which looks beautiful, doesn't it? And then this one is the bright option. Bear with me. Sorry, don't know what was under there. There we go. Lovely. So that is £16.99 for any of those bundles. Item number is 637310. Okay, now these are really busy. Now this first one, the Regency, a Somerset Blues, this is an early release, as Sarah was saying. It's not supposed to be out till January. You get it 2 months in advance, which is amazing. Now, let me flick through these. I'm going to pick these up this time because I think you really need to see them, and then I'll put the pack shop back later. But I think it's really important to properly see them. Look at those.
It's got that really lovely, like William Morris vibe to it. It's an absolutely stunning range, and the blues and creams are just, well, gorgeous.
Oh, look!
One of my favourite combinations.
It's incredibly classy.
Yeah, really elegant, isn't it?
Yeah, look at that. And then we go on to, there's hints of greys in there as well. Absolutely beautiful. So this one is proving exceptionally busy. Sorry about the pack shot, I'll put it back later. So that one is your early release Regency Somerset Blues. Then we've got the Tocky. So these have only recently been released, haven't they?
Yeah, so they're relatively new ones, yeah.
Lovely. Like you said, they've definitely got a tie-dye feel to them.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that one, that's cool.
Ooh, that is good.
It's like coral.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Nice. And then we go into some, what do you call that, like mustard
Yeah,
colours?
it's like a mustard. I mean, blue and navy and mustard is really, really popular combination, but that's, works really well, particularly with the grey in there as well.
And then you've got the greys here, very warm greys, beautiful. So that's your Tocky charm pack. By the way, these do come with this pattern, which I'll show you in a second. Then you've got your metallics. The metallics are the most popular.
They are really stunning. I absolutely love. I think if you're doing something that you want the fabric to sort of speak for itself rather than it being really bright and patterned, that one is absolutely stunning. Really gorgeous.
That's dramatic, that is. I love that. And Emily's just said in my ear, do you know what, this would go in anybody's house because you've got the neutral tones?
Yeah.
I like that. Emily said, but specifically hers. I think she quite likes them.
Am I going to be making a quilt for Emily in that one? She's
just said yes, please. You don't know what you've just let yourself in for.
Okay.
And then we've got our Fanciful Forest. Let's just pop that there. And this is just amazing. It's fun. It's vibrant.
Yeah.
It's funky. It's a bit retro. So actually, what you've brought us, I think, are charm packs. If she can. Move it. Charm packs to suit all tastes. Yeah,
there's a really nice range there. You know, you've got some sort of very clean modern ones with the metallics. You've got that lovely classic elegant with the Regency.
Yeah.
You know, you've got a bit of tie-dye hippiness in there, and then this would be just brilliant for a kid's bedroom or something like that. Really bright and. It just reminds me of Sergeant Pepper so much.
Oh, it's so
that,
cool. Well,
the trees and everything. Yeah.
Well, Taz in my ear has just said he'd quite like a quilt for his little one. So there you go.
There you go. Right, I've got two to make now, have I?
So he says he's not going to say no. And so the pattern that you've got is your Diamond Delight quilt. Delight. I can never read upside down. Yeah. So any of those, $15.99. I think that's a really good price. $642,994. Then we've got, so this has got a different pattern. This is your Tumbling Leaves pattern. And your two different options are the Little Duck, Little Duckling. Cute. So you've got ducks on here. And there's, oh my gosh, there's the little chicks.
It's so cute. I just love that line drawing. It's so delicate and subtle.
Beautiful.
But really modern as well at the same time. Yes,
and very nice. Modern colours, not modern, they are modern, but what I'm trying to say is soft and subtle.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So that's your Little Duckling. And then the boutiques, I tell you what, instead of flicking through, we can have a look here and you get an idea because you've done a quilt for us in this one.
Yeah, so lovely customer Anne, bless her, she genuinely whipped that up over the weekend for me. I sent her the charm pack, I think it was Thursday, and she brought it in on Friday for me, on Monday for me.
Wow.
So literally a weekend project, and she'd made the whole quilt top. So,
that's so nice of her. Lovely. All right then, so for either of those options, it's $15.99, $424,195. Now we want to get back to you, so we're just going to do the rest just to show you in picture form. We've got some different fat quarters. Right, so this is the White Gecko Liberty Flower. So you've got 5-piece fat quarter bundle in this one.
Yes, so these are all Liberty fabrics, all from the Flower Show ranges.
Right.
And you've got 5 fat quarters in each bundle, and there's 3 colourways. There's winter, summer and spring.
Oh, excellent. So this one is spring.
That looks like spring, yep. And that's
summer.
Winter, I believe.
Winter.
I think.
Apologies.
Oh, might be summer. Oh, I can't remember now. No, the bluey one's winter and the reddy one was summer.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all good.
I had to think.
I know, we've got a lot of fabrics, haven't we? Now, winter, summer and spring. Lovely. 1999 270073. Now there's also a sewing machine cover. Now this is also another new and exclusive launch. And yeah, I can show it to you. Oh, it's got a sewing machine in it, but I wonder, I'll tell you what, I'm going to move this and hopefully our Taz will get a shot of it. Oh, lovely. So what do we get in this kit, Sarah?
So you've got, this is pre-printed wadding, so it's an 80/20 wadding, and it'll make a sewing machine cover and the sewing machine mat with the pockets, the little sewing caddy. But you can choose which size sewing machine, which size cover you want. It does 3 sizes, a small, medium and large. So you can only make one cover, but it's got all 3 sizes. So if you've got a really big machine like mine, you can make a large one. If you've got like a little travel one you want a small cover for, so you can choose which size it is.
Just like dress patterns, really?
Absolutely, yeah. Exactly like a dress pattern, yeah.
Nice. £29.99 if you want to go for that. 034309. Okay, should we show the zip?
We're going to put the zip in, yeah. Okay. We're going to put the zip in. So I've got one of the camel ones here because I thought it went nicely with these autumnal fabrics. What the zippity-doo zip is a zip that is already been attached to bias binding. So you can see you've got bias on both sides, okay?
Oh, so that is good for beginners.
Oh, it's brilliant. I'm literally, to put a zip in, I'm just going to sandwich this piece of fabric so that top edge in between the bias. And then it's one line of stitching and the zip is in. It's the quickest thing in the world.
Wow.
I mean, even though I've been sewing for years and years and years, I've always struggled with zips. It's one of those things that you're like, oh, you know, which sometimes when you're trying to line a pouch or something, it's which way round does the lining go? And the amount of times I've had to unpick a zip or it's not gone in perfectly straight and everything. This just takes all the hassle out of it. So all I'm doing is just pinning that in.
Okay.
And we're going to put one line of stitching, again, a smidge away from the edge, the same as your top stitching, so about a 1/16 of an inch in, we're going to put one line of stitching. Now I'm going to stick with just the thread I've got in my machine, but you could absolutely, you know, use a coordinating colour thread, so you could put a camel thread, or you could pick up one of these oranges or something, you know, make it decorative. I would put a line of stitching in first, and then there's some options that you can actually do with the zip, you know, so you don't have to leave it as this just plain bias. Okay, so
this zip, zippity-doo-dum zip, is totally selling it to me. I'm like, I could do this.
Yeah, I mean, these bags, genuinely, I really do believe anybody could make this. There's been nothing, as you've seen, nothing more than straight line sewing with all of it. And even when we complete it, it'll be exactly the same. It's all, you know, it's probably about 12 seams in total to make the whole thing.
Wow.
There we go.
Also, I'm thinking if you're someone that needs to batch make and make to sell, you're going to whip these up so much more quickly.
Yeah, definitely. There we go. So that zip is now in that side.
Right.
Okay. So I would then take my other side.
I'm going to call it a quickie-doo-done. That's hard, even harder to say.
I would then put that one in on the other side, like that. Now, I haven't pressed this one fully yet, so I won't put it in just at the moment. But that would go in that side. I'd put a top stitch, just like I've done there, and my zip's in. My zip is inserted. It's 2 lines. If you don't particularly want this absolute plain piece here, there is nothing stopping you playing around. It's just fabric. So you could use your decorative stitches, put a lovely variegated thread on your machine,
I like that.
put all your your decorative stitches and all on there. You could use something like rickrack. You know, I've got some rickrack here, lovely red one, you know, or any colour. Add that on. You know, add that on and make a decorative feature of it. You know, you could then, you know, either hide that little edge there, just stitch down, or move it over. You could use a coordinating fabric. So where's my little strip gone? There it is. And this, you know, cut yourself a little strip of fabric, maybe the same as the straps, over and over like that. And then again, stitch that down. Now that's actually a weeny bit wide, so let me just do that for you. But then add that in. Okay, and again, just top stitch that down. It just gives you that something little extra to this zip. Somebody, because sell the zips by themselves, and we've had them on the craft store. They'd use their embroidery machine to actually put someone's name on it.
Right.
So if this was for a kid, you know, for school, you know, actually use your embroidery machine, or maybe the stitches on your machine, and put your child's name or something on it, so they know it's their, mind you, they'd know it was their bag because it's special. But or you could do anything. Or if this is going to be your your craft, for your iron or anything, you could put put anything on there. Absolutely. Really. But use your embroidery stitches. Nice. But there's lots and lots of ways you can do with that.
Okay.
Do you want me to? Shall I put the other side in? Should we go? Have we got time? Right.
Yeah. Well, we might run out of time.
We might run out of time.
Nice
okay.
To start.
All right. We'll start. Okay. Let me just get that back into shape a second, and then what we're going to do is we're going to put this in on this side. So I'm going to open up that bias again. One little thing you want to do is it is slightly longer than the project, so when you're putting this one in, just make sure you're move this over. So I'm lining it up. Let me just get that into the shot for you. Lining this up with each other. Okay, so you don't want that right at the edge where this one isn't. Okay, make sure you've lined them up.
Just while you're wedging that in. We've had a question. Are the charm packs, I should have said this actually before, are they your sort of standard 5-inch squares, 42 of them?
Absolutely, yep. 5-inch squares and 42 in each pack.
Still learning.
Sometimes you get a sneaky little extra one. I had a lady say to me the other day, she was like, oh, I had 44 in this pack. I was like, lucky you. Don't tell everybody, they'll all want 44.
She's counting them.
I think it's because the project she was doing had she had to like count them out to sort of separate them, and she was like, I've got extra. I was like, go for it, lucky you. But as standard 42.
That's good.
So again, I'm just going to stitch down right the way along there, just like we did the other side. Okay, making sure that those are lined up. And I put my pins in the wrong way round, didn't I? In fact, actually, let me just flip it that way. That'll make life easier. Here we go.
You're so quick at sewing. You're brilliant. You really are.
Oh, it's just a lot of practice. A lot of practice.
So, did you start sewing when you were a child?
No, about 15 years ago. My mum is the most amazing dressmaker. She really is. And she used to make like tutus. My sisters were like dancers. Well, one was with the Royal Ballet and all sorts of proper dancers. Wow. So my mum used to make tutus and dance costumes. She made my first wedding dress and all my bride. So she's an amazing dressmaker. So I've always grown up around sewing. But I was a knitter and a crocheter really till about 15 years ago. And then it was like, right, okay, I need to do. I moved down to Wales with my husband's job, and patchwork was just something I always fancied having a go at.
Why not?
And I joined a class, and the rest is history.
Yes,
we're now doing this 15 years later. Okay, I haven't put the other strap on. Okay, so I don't want to actually start sewing this together because we haven't been able to put the other strap on. Okay, but you would, once you've got that in, do any quilting at this point as well that you want to. You don't have to. They don't need any quilting. But in the pattern, it does give you a few little options there. You could, just do some very simple quilting, or you could do a crosshatch or anything. I don't think it really needs it, but if you fancy it, you can. It's a nice way of practicing a little bit of quilting if you wanted to, because it's a nice small project.
To be fair, actually, Sarah, that is a good place to stop because we haven't got long left.
There we go.
And then it,
well, we can do the construction bit on the 8 o'clock show, and I'll show you how to put it all together.
Yes, this sounds perfect. So to be continued, that's what this is. Okay, you've got 6 options, and your colour options are to do with your zips. So your first one is your navy zippity-doo-dun. I'm getting quicker at that. Still in the lead. You can go for the red. You can go for the grey. There's the white option. You can get the camel, or you can go for the black. And then in each kit, you'll get your webbing. You've got your sturdy bottom. I'm going to keep saying that now. Then you've got your insulated Quilt As You Go wadding, and then you've also, of course, got your pattern. Now, let's open out. I've got the one here, actually, underneath. Just so you can see. There we go. There's our, have I got the right one? I have, haven't I? Yes, good, good, good.
All the same. The wadding is the same in each pack, no matter which colour you go with.
Excellent. There you go. So that is the wadding. That is the one-day special. £28.98 with a £7 saving. Item number is 8830. No, it's not. It's 167. That's what it is. It is 067. It's my eyesight. I'm telling you. I know Emily's just said you've been saying that for years, Alex, and I have. I literally
Maybe
need.
he's telling you something.
I know. I literally would need the monitor here. Seriously. Anyway, project bags. So you're going to be able to make two. One is an 18-inch and one is a 16-inch. You've got your stabiliser, your vinyl two pieces, of course, for the two bags. And obviously instructions. And then you've got your colour options again with your zippity-doo-dun zips. I'll be saying this in my sleep. So you've got your red. Obviously, you'll get two zips to make the two bags. You've got the camel option, the grey. There you go. Which is it's a nice soft grey. It's almost into a baby blue, actually.
It is, yeah. It's a really gentle dove grey.
Yeah.
And I mean, the zips alone, they normally retail about £7.95, £7.99.
Right.
So you're getting two in there.
Yeah.
So you're paying very little for your stabiliser and your vinyl and stuff. So you know, it's the fact you're getting two in the kits. When they arrived, I was like, you're getting two?
Yeah.
Really?
Amazing. There's your navy. You've got your white colour option. And you've got your black colour option. We've had a question from Emily in Oundle. Do you need a special needle or anything for your vinyl?
No, you can just use a normal needle. But if you've got a Teflon foot, that does help.
Right.
But I'll do a little demo on it maybe later, and I'll show you actually there's a little trick you can do with the tissue that's actually in the pack, which stops any slipping. But you don't need a normal needle, just a normal 80-20 or 90-14 needle's fine.
Good stuff. And let me show you again the different, well, you're going to again use your own fabrics, but that's really cool. So that is the pattern. I'll come out of the way a little bit. There we go. And then here you go. There's the zip. There's the vinyl. Totally right for your 12 by 12s.
Yeah, yeah.
If you want for that.
I just think it'd be they're just really useful. They'd be great for book bags. You could add a little handle onto them, or a little button and a little loop, so they folded in half and used as a book bag and stuff. You don't actually have to use them for project bags. They're all over the place. Yeah,
I just think they're brilliant. I've got one more in this beautiful fabric because I know we're running out of time. Wait. There you go. Doesn't that look amazing?
I like the fact you can use that fabric, you know, and you can really see it through the vinyl as well. It's like really showcasing it.
Nice. If you'd like to go for this then, your two project bags in the kit, it's £22.99, £7 saving, 912464 is your item number. Thank you so much.
That's all right, no problem.
Really enjoyed that.
Thank you.
We'll be back together in an hour.
Indeed, yeah.
If you've got any questions, please email them in. We'll endeavour to answer them for you.